Well, I was really just flying by the seat of my pants. I got evicted from the last studio I was in because of a dispute between artists, and I was unfortunately siding with a narcissistic, crazy person, so while he was gone, they got rid of me to get rid of him. So I ended up renting my own studio space, and I needed a place to bring all these walls, because we created all these walls, these mobile walls on wheels. So I knew exactly what I needed, and I wasn't picky. I was just like, can I afford it? Will the walls fit? Can I teach here? Okay, this painting is by Gerald Lovato, and I love this painting. I think it's brilliant. This is for the 420 exhibition, which is the Comedy and Cannabis exhibition. Comedy and Cannabis exhibition is to celebrate 420 because we thought, what would be a great show for April? We were going to do April's Fools, but we ended up doing a 420 show instead to combine the comedy with the cannabis. And he's done this perfectly, and it's subtle. There's no cannabis leaf in this painting, but you know what it's about. You know what it's about. And it's called, the title is Legalize It. There's also the signature on the reefer. It says Richard Nixon, which is just brilliant. And I love the details. I love how he got the details in the suit. All the little stripes. If you look at this closely, you'll see all the every little stripe in the suit, and every little nuance and the layers and the way that the skin glows. It's just beautiful. And there's also parts that just look like paint. So you just know it's a painting. So it's not hyper-realism. It's a combination of realism with accents of color that are just splashed paint that just emphasize certain areas. It's gorgeous. So I love this piece. I only had 30 days and I wanted a good space. I wanted to go for it. I wanted to put it all out there. So when I was looking at this space by Peterson Properties, I said no so fast. The real estate agent was like, okay, I know other spots. What are you looking for? She was good. She was really good. I was like, well, I've got these walls. I described the 8-foot walls that I had that are on wheels that are more like 9 feet. And so I needed high ceilings. And she was like, it's not in your budget. It's totally not in your price range, but let me show you this space. And she brought me here and she showed me this space, and it was a demised premises. There were holes in the floor that went down to the basement, and I just fell in love with it. I was just like, this is meant to be a gallery. The very next location I went to was way out on the west side in the middle of nowhere where there would never be walk-ins, ever. And it was totally in my price range. It was the one I thought I was gonna get. And I felt at home when I saw it. And when I got there, the sign said, Neely Plastics. My father had a business there that had failed. Or they closed, I don't know, I don't want to say he failed, but they closed. They closed their doors, and their sign was still there. So I hadn't been there since I was a kid, and I didn't realize that the affinity I felt for that space was because I kind of grew up there. That freaked me out so much. I was standing there and it felt like this crossroads where it was like, okay, you can do what Dad did, follow in your father's footsteps, or you could take a chance and try something bigger. So I went for something bigger, and it was the scariest thing, as scary as debt can be. I was spilling stuff on the floor because this floor was just, there were holes that needed to be repaired. And while I was living here, since I was here all the time, and I had all kinds of paint and everything, the whole place was like one big canvas to me. So, and then everybody who sees this space is just excited by it. They just love it. So I created an atmosphere that I wanted to share with other people. And that's what the gallery is now.